Welcome to Tennessee Fan Talk. We're wrapping up week 10 of SEC play. Tennessee, of course, went out and did not do so well against Georgia. Guys, I'm Brandon. I'm Brandon along with the Duke. We're here with our weekly show, All Things Vols. After we finish this out, this will drop on whatever podcast platform that you listen to. And if you'll want to help the show out, check in the descriptions below wherever you watch or listen, and put in a little donation if you wish.
An offering plate. little giving to the offering plate. Sunday giving to the offering plate.
Is that how it goes? That's what we have to do is
pay the tithes and tithes and offerings.
Turn it into a church theme. There we go. Tonight's rundown, really, we're going to go into it a little backwards there. We're going to start off with around the SEC and what happened around the other games. The Vols breakdown against Georgia, what the Vols are going to do moving forward and looking into their schedule and how they'll finish out, what kind of bowls we're looking at. And then, of course, jump into next week's picks. Remember, if you're watching and want to jump in, simply hit over on whatever chat that you have, message I want in, and we can send you a link, get you into tonight's live show, or we could schedule you for a future one, whatever you prefer, and we'll jump right in. How about that?
Feet first, baby.
Feet first. First off, did you watch the game?
Of course.
Okay.
Watched all of it. Well, I changed the channel with about 4 minutes left or something. I was
there.
Done.
Oh, Milton's the quarterback. Let's change it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of red and black there.
Well, I mean, I would have to think if your team's doing that well, your fan base is going to start traveling. I mean, Georgia always travels pretty well.
That's a close drive.
Yeah, it's not that close.
What is it, 4 hours?
Probably a little bit more than that. Probably closer to 5.5. It's on the east side of Atlanta.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's still Georgia.
We'll go around the SEC and talk about the other games along with our picks. Around the SEC, of course, New Mexico State, which they've got to face another opponent in the SEC this week. I feel so sorry for them. All except for their pocketbook. I like how their pocketbook looks.
Good business decision.
Yes. This is one that, you love to pick these right here. Matter of fact, you did pick them to just get 3. You had Alabama at 41.
Hey,
so
3 was that's all I really want to hit is the 3-pointers.
The 3 was dead on. You had that one absolutely right on. Next one, Mississippi State, Auburn. I really thought Mississippi I'm sorry. Did I even get that right on the screen?
Yeah, Mississippi State won because I put too much credit in Bo Nix.
You gave too much for Bum.
Golly, man! It was like Bum Nix versus Mike Leach. I mean, good on him. I mean, Mike Leach. I feel like he was maybe a little bit on the hot seat. I don't know. I mean, I don't keep up with Mississippi State too much, but you feel like they would be showing some improvement, and they're really not. But
Bo Nix from week to week.
Yeah, you never can tell what you're gonna get with them. It's like Forrest Gump in a box of chocolates.
What you're gonna get.
You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, there you go.
Speaking of you never know what you're gonna get, let's look at this third one here. Sanford from outside of Birmingham, Alabama, putting up 52 on to Florida. What in the world?
What happened to us is the real question.
No. Come on.
I mean, Dan Mullen
Samford.
lost the locker room. Dan Mullen has lost the locker room.
I never, ever, ever want to hear any crap about Tennessee being beat by Pitt again.
Oh, Pitt's good. Their quarterback's in the running for the Heisman.
Of course, we both pick Florida, and they both win. It's South Carolina. We both pick South Carolina to win this one. We both lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Toilet bowl right there. That's not the worst game, so we won't call that one the toilet bowl. Let's roll into these next ones here. Texas A&M, of course, and Ole Miss. Ole Miss pulls it out 29-19.
Called it.
You did call that one. Kentucky, I'm very shocked that Vanderbilt scored 17 points on Kentucky.
Well, once Kentucky figured out that, their season's pretty much as done as everybody else's. If you don't make the SEC championship, does it really matter? No.
I picked that one 42-6. You picked it 35-3.
I was close on one score.
And now we're to the toilet bowl game. Arkansas LSU, strictly a defensive game on that.
Like a Pac-10. What's that? A Pac-10, Pac-12? What's the one on where Big Ten, excuse me. Like Penn State and Michigan. What a stinker of a game. Something like that.
And I think we finished that out. Yeah. We finished that out 5. Nope, you were 6-8, and I was 4-8.
I'm just pulling away from you.
Just slowly pulling away.
Tortoise in the hare. Slow and steady.
Which means I'm coming back right here at the end.
No, I'm the tortoise there, silly.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but you were in the lead the whole time.
Well, you're right.
All right. And back into the rundown here. The Vols game breakdown. All right, so amazing crowd. 100,000 people there.
You were there in spirit and in person.
I was there in spirit and person, and it was freezing after the sun went down and a little bit beforehand.
My daddy would say it's colder than a well digger's ass in Butte, Montana. That's how he would say it.
It wasn't that cold. Not yet. Wasn't that cold yet. Of course, Tennessee jumps off to an early lead. Looked great, other than the fact that they could have gone and they could have scored a lot quicker than what they did. Hendon Hooker was nervous.
Understandably so.
Do we just call him nervous? He
skittish,
was
skittish, maybe.
Back to the overthrows.
Maybe a little wary. Maybe a little wary is a good word.
Scared.
Well, he didn't want to be the reason we got blown out. I think that's what he was like. It's a lower, my percentage of getting up or throwing a pick are lower if I throw it over. I'm just making stuff up, but it sounds good.
In the first down battle, of course, Georgia takes that. The rushing yards, look at that. 274 rushing yards for Georgia. Tennessee with only 55. Passing, we get over on the passing. So total, they beat us by 100 yards. The fumbles is what gets me. Luckily, we only lost one of them, but why in the world a ball is on the ground 3 times? Time of possession, a lot more time with us holding the ball versus the Kentucky game.
Yep.
And the fourth downs kind of shows that. We had the ball a lot longer because we couldn't stinking score. 5 attempts on fourth down conversions, only getting 3 of those. And big amount of sacks there. They got us 6 times for 57 yards.
Could have been 7. It's just how I look at those kind of things. You got to take the positives here.
In the passing, Stetson Bennett with 17 completions on 29 attempts, 213 yards, and only a single touchdown. He got sacked twice. Meanwhile, Hendon Hooker on the ground a little bit more, sacked 5 times. He was 24 for 37, 244 yards, touchdown, and that stupid interception. Threw it right to the guy.
Don't bus roll the guy. We were playing the number 1 team in the nation. We played a lot better than what I thought we was. Obviously I'm never happy with a loss, but you can see the growth happening, and you haven't seen that in years.
Most definitely.
Yeah, just don't bust roll the guy. Yeah, he threw a pick. How many picks would you throw? You couldn't even get it over the line.
I can't. Well, I can't see over the line.
I know that was the point.
In the rushing game, we're only going to put the man that mattered, James Cook, with 104
runs in the family.
yards.
Runs in the family.
God, dog. 2 touchdowns, his longest of 39. That average.
Yeah,
you touch the ball and average a first down.
Yeah, he's guaranteed 10 first downs on average.
I mean, what an amazing machine that James Cook was for Georgia. It, he got a 10. He got free easily. In defense, our 2 top players here, Mr. Dean.
How do you say it? I'll say Kobe. Kobe Bryant and put in front of it. Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah.
11 total tackles, 5 by himself, assisted with 6. The tackles for loss, he had 2 of their 8, I believe they had, for a total of 15 yards and 1 forced fumble. Jeremy Banks, while he didn't have any tackles for loss, he did have 15 total tackles, so he deserves to, at least be mentioned.
Yep.
Tennessee only had 2 tackles for loss, which is good, against Georgia, just not what we're used to seeing from Tennessee.
Yeah, Georgia's on another level this year. I think they're even a level higher than Alabama. I say that, and it's kind of like Kentucky allergic to beating Tennessee. Georgia's allergic to winning the national championship, so I don't know if that's going to work. But it feels different this year. It does feel like they have a much better team this year.
It does feel good, and a lot of the negative stuff come out. I don't know if you saw the tweet, and I forgot to get it to put it on here, was from Josh Heupel, where he's like, what is all the negativity about, basically? He used other words, whining, complaining, He goes, we've scored more, even though one of them was a garbage touchdown. We've scored more against Georgia than anyone has. We've put up more yardage against Georgia than anyone has in the season thus far. Georgia's defense has NFL caliber players on it that's going to be drafted up.
6 or 8. First 5 rounds. For sure.
I really feel sorry for Georgia next year if they don't have a group of guys behind these guys that's leaving.
they've got so much depth. I think they'll be okay.
And they continue to pull good prospects too. They're stealing them away from Florida because they're just
who wants to go play in front of jean shorts? Just saying. On men. Let me replace
jean shorts on men. Yeah. Cut off jean shorts on men.
Yeah, Tennessee fans wear the cut off jean overall. So what you can only he who cast the first stone.
Hey, we did win one thing. Don't know if you watched SEC Nation before the game.
I didn't.
The UT man did get the Gatorade bath and the tickets to the SEC championship.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but good for him. Even though he's going to have to go watch Alabama play Georgia.
Well, you've seen the UT
real
man.
Stinker
Every week he does the double face paint and the hat.
If you don't dress up like Davy Crockett, you don't count. If you don't dress up like Davy Crockett, you don't count. Nah, but I'm getting sick and tired of all the negativity from the freaking gray heads, the old people that's been going there for years. Oh, we shouldn't be wearing those black jerseys. That UT only wears orange and white.
Oh, the jerseys. Them jerseys look good.
They look good. A black helmet would look better, but I'm okay with it. But I'm just getting
I don't know why they don't get the black helmet.
Well, apparently, word on the street is because during COVID they couldn't get it because of material shortages.
Spray paint them dudes.
I feel like you could get somebody with an air gun, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Come on.
Local. You think Knox Farragut has a paint booth in their vocational department? They might not have it because that's the rich side. But
no,
they've got ours at Carnes. Carnes has a vocational department for sure that has a paint booth.
Tell them to bring up someone from ETSU.
It's Sullivan East High School, baby.
Speaking of ETSU and the Vols, that's the second Tennessee team to face Rick Barnes this season. 2 games, 2 Tennessee teams, UT Martin, ETSU. Both of those teams scored 62 points. And Vols have put up 90 and 94, respectively.
Yeah, the Bucks used to be pretty good. They've made it to the March Madness a couple times from the Sun Belt back in the day. I don't know if they're still in the Sun Belt, but yeah, then they're hit or miss it.
You know who Rick Barnes and company take this Saturday.
Kentucky.
Villanova.
I was just taking a guess. I don't know. Basketball's really not my thing. But hey, go to B-Dubs, drink a couple beers, maybe watch it.
Get ready for it this Saturday on.
What are they playing at? Are they playing in Thompson Boling or is it a neutral site?
It is verse, so it's at Thompson Boling.
Ooh.
Number 5, Villanova, 1 Eastern.
Are we still 18?
We are, and it's on ESPN News. I don't get that.
I don't get that channel, so I will not be watching.
I mean, I can hook you up with the channel, but number 5 and number 18 is on ESPN News.
What day is the game on?
Saturday.
Football. Football's still king this time of year, even though we're getting towards the end of the season where it's a bunch of stinkers.
Okay, so and I agree with you that it is football is king.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
in the seats and money.
But you do know that this week is Cupcake Week, right?
Well, I mean, so who's Alabama playing this week? Because they had Cupcake Week last week. Florida
they play Arkansas. Okay,
well, that's a cupcake. Okay, continue.
So they play Arkansas, and Florida and Missouri play Auburn, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Ole Miss. I mean, there's still a little bit of people, but
who's South Carolina play? I'm sorry,
Auburn.
Ooh,
yeah.
I might have to pick South Carolina 2 weeks in a row.
I've already got my picks down. We could. Let's see what we had here.
Vols moving forward.
Okay, so let's talk about what's going down with the Vols. Of course, this week they host South Alabama, where they have started off the week a 27.5-point favorite.
I feel like it should be a little bigger than that.
I do too. I'm wondering if they're...
Before we get real too deep into what the Vols moving forward, was it not homecoming week last week?
It was.
Who in the world books Georgia as the homecoming game? Everybody knows you play a nobody on homecoming. Never mind. Sorry, I just had to. When I was a kid, I used to go to Florida every other year, obviously, and then I went to the homecoming game.
You bring someone up for a butt whooping on homecoming.
You should have had homecoming this week. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt, but I was just making sure I saw that.
Yeah, South Alabama, 27.5-point favorite, and then of course host Vanderbilt to
yeah, we have to host them because they're making their stadium bigger since they need all that room for more fans. Do
they have more fans?
Have you not seen they're updating their stadium? They're adding seats to the football stadium.
Yeah,
maybe they need to combine it with the baseball stadium.
Something.
That's what Dobbins Bennett does back home.
They need to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about bowl games because we know we win the last 2, right?
Liberty Bowl?
Liberty, Music City?
I hope not. That's too easy. Liberty Bowl's in Memphis. Outback Bowl, is that still an option, or are we not
I like that as an option, or Gator Bowl, or whatever they call the floor. I'm okay with those.
Orange Bowl? No, I'm just kidding.
Tennessee travels well.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Of course, in Music City, it would just be insanely packed.
They would travel just as well as Notre Dame or Georgia or anybody like that. Alabama, they travel just as well as those big schools. Michigan.
Yeah. The Vols will play their orange and white spring game in Music City. Did you see that? While they're waiting on stadium updates over this spring and summer.
In Nissan. So has it been confirmed that they're playing in Nissan? I saw they were trying to find
highly likely.
Okay.
Which that should bring a great crowd. That may even start something new, a new trend for them.
It needs to travel around the state anyway, because it could play Memphis in the Liberty Bowl too, right? Or is that owned by University of Memphis or whatever, Memphis University?
I have no clue.
It would maybe help with recruiting, but I can tell you what, one of the most boring things on this planet is the orange and white game. Bottom line.
Butch Jones made it fun.
Brick by brick. And now he's coaching at Arkansas State.
How are they doing this year? I have no clue.
I don't know. You can't expect too much when you hire an intern for your head coach.
So moving forward, we know what they're going to do. We have some bowl possibilities. We'll see as they come out who's bidding on to get them.
We got to get one more win still. So still don't count you. We are the University of Tennessee.
Yeah, no. So they're going bowling.
I would have to agree, but
Heupel is going to come in and first year with 7. Now, I'm excited about him. I have joined the Heupel, right?
Yeah, I agree. Because we're used to always trying to get these big name coaches. Like we always think that we're holier than thou, even though we're really not. Everybody's like, who's always the first guy here when Tennessee's looking for a coach? Oh, we want John Gruden. Look where he's at now. But
we don't want John Gruden.
But what I'm just saying is like,
I hear Ed Ogeron's on the block.
Rumor has it that Jimbo's going there. Just saying. But I've also heard that Lincoln Riley's going too. I've heard a couple rumors of both sides.
Oklahoma position does not need to open.
Hype will be gone, though.
Hype will be.
That's where he's from, right? Maybe he wouldn't because he owes it to Danny White to bring him here.
It's where he's from. It's where he's won championship.
It's just another perfect storm.
It is. He'll build up a team, and we gotta
keep going. He ain't built up a team yet. He's playing with a bunch of nobody.
No, he will build up a team.
Yeah.
And then go on. But he has to know. Hopefully, somewhere in the fine print in his contract, it said Tennessee head coaches are expected to win either Georgia, Florida, or Alabama within their first 3 years, or the fans will terminate him.
I think that's something that needs to change, in my humble opinion.
You got 3 years. You got 3 years to pick off one of the big ones.
I think we're so far down in the gutter, it takes much longer than 3 years to pick off a big one.
We'll see. Georgia's going to be gutted next year, so maybe them. And if we had the team that we have now,
so you're going to make the prediction
if we were to play Florida right now, we'd beat them.
I was about to say, you're about to make that prediction that we beat Florida and Georgia next year.
And that's not happening.
And we're winning the East. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. You talked yourself into us beating Georgia last week.
I did talk myself into it.
You drank the Kool-Aid.
I did.
You had the Jello shots, the orange Jello shots at the tailgate, guaranteed.
And I was excited, and they started off quick. And once again, defensive linemen falling down because they can't get back into position. Sankey, come on, dude. Come on.
Go ahead. Tell us your
already know. You're out. You're out.
Need to know.
You're out for the remainder of the possession. And you are the only sub that allows to happen. If you fall down, coach gets to replace you. That's it. The rest of the line stays out.
After 2 minutes, go the NFL rule.
Yes.
Lose a timeout.
Gone. Lose a timeout.
Or I don't know what you do if you're out of timeouts. Because if it does a 10-second runoff, that hurts the offense.
Repeat offenders lose their cookies.
I don't want to pull no cookies from the lineman.
No cookies. So we've got balls moving forward. Let's go ahead and jump into next week's picks, and we can get into the game a little bit more. First game on the block, SEC Network Plus. This is how bad this
behind
one is.
A paywall.
Oh my goodness! It's either going to be.
That means they couldn't sell advertisement. That's what that means.
Oh, just wait on this one. SEC Network Plus or ESPN Plus, which means it's going to be on the app either way. Charleston Southern, I believe, is the name.
Mm-hmm.
Visiting Athens. The number 1 team is on a 3rd tier. Oh, that's not good.
Are they Division 1, 1A, 2A? Are they like
Charleston Southern?
Do they play in the whatever where
they are in the Big South?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
I would have to suspect that Furman's in there with them.
Who do you got? I know who you got. What's the score? And I've already gotten all of mine written down just to let you know. So I'm not going to be they're every one of them. I already have something down. So I'm not piggybacking off of you or anything. I've got it here, and you're going to like some of mine. We know you have Georgia. Huh?
56-3.
Mine was 52-3.
56-3.
Next game, Prairie View. This is also
What? Where are they from? Are they from Montana?
This is also the 12 Eastern, and this is going to be whatever the Georgia game is not on, either SEC Network Plus or ESPN Plus. Prairie View at Kyle Field, number 11, Texas A&M. Of course, A&M for the win, 48-7.
I need to know where they're from before I make my.
You need to know where Prairie View is from.
I'm saying they're from Texas.
Prairie View, they are in first place in the SWAC West.
Okay. Must be a big conference if they got a Western division.
Prairie View A&M Panthers.
Oh, so it's a subsidiary of the Texas A&M.
Mojo.
They're the Mojo?
No. That whenever I saw Panthers, what was the name of that movie? Was it Friday Night Lights? Friday Night Lights.
I'm thinking of Anchorman, Sex Panther. 75% of the time, it works every time.
It burns my nostrils.
Stings the nostrils. 42-3. There's gonna be a lot of threes this week.
There is. Okay, remember earlier I told you that New Mexico State, after only scoring 3 against Alabama, getting their butt whipped, they are now traveling up to Louisville on the SEC Network, 12 o'clock game.
You mean Lexington?
What'd I say?
Louisville.
I'm sorry, Lexington. Kentucky.
It's the same. Yeah, they marry each other.
Okay. New Mexico State, Kentucky. Kroger Field. Getting a better TV spot than Georgia and A&M.
27-0. 27-0.
I went 35-7. Another 12 o'clock.
What's the CBS game of the week?
Oh, it's coming. Another 12 o'clock. There's 4 slated at the 12. The next one is Tennessee State going to visit Mike Leach and company, Mississippi State.
That's going to be a blowout.
I have it as 42-7. But it's probably going to be like
it's 52-70.
6.
It's 52-6.
Is that 2 field goals or is that a missed PAT?
2 field goals.
Okay. Your CBS game of the week.
Okay.
Come on.
That's my impression. That's all I got.
That's the 3:30 Eastern CBS game. Number 25 Arkansas traveling to Alabama.
Golly, that's gonna be Alabama's gonna blow the doors off of them.
I've got Alabama 38-14.
Woo pig suey. Woo pig suey. It's gonna be. What'd you say?
I said Alabama 38-14.
I'm gonna say 42-13. Alabama, of course.
Is this a missed PAT?
No. No, it's a touchdown and a field goal. And then another field goal.
And then another field goal.
Mm-hmm.
It could happen. The 4 o'clock Eastern CBS, not CBS, I'm sorry, SEC Network game, Florida and Missouri. Speaking of Stinkfest.
That might be a close ball game.
Oh, let's just see how close that we have it, because I have it as a close game. Who you got?
I hate Florida, so I'm going to pick Missouri.
I had you down as Florida.
Nope.
Score?
28-21.
28-21. I had Florida 24-21. I think Florida pulls it off. If Florida loses to Missouri,
Dan Mullen's out the door.
Mullins, I don't even think he'll make it back home. They'll kick him off the bus.
Oh, is it at Missouri?
It is at Missouri.
Mm.
Yeah, they leave him cold in Columbia.
He might be calling up Mississippi State. Y'all want me back?
The 7 o'clock Eastern ESPN game, number 17, Auburn traveling to South Carolina.
Auburn, no way Auburn's ranked. The new rankings haven't came out yet. There's no way they're still ranked.
It's Monday. That's the
They don't come out till Tuesday.
That's the college football the AP. This is AP.
They don't go off AP anymore. This time of year, they don't. They go off of the college football.
Yeah, after 6, they go to AP.
I don't even know after when they start this SEC or when they start the college bowl, the whatever championship bowl thing. They just need to do 6, and that's it. Nothing else. Just
no
6.
one else matters.
No one else matters.
Maybe it helps your recruiting. We finished in the top. Auburn, South Carolina.
You go first.
Auburn, 28-21.
Yeah, I think Auburn's going to win. I talked myself out of it, and I think they're going to score a bunch of points.
You think Bum Nix is on the rebound?
He's a rebound kind of guy.
Okay.
The girl dumps him, and he's a rebound guy. 42-14. I mean, they were up 28-3 on Mississippi State at halftime last week. Just take that in on Saturday.
7:30 Eastern, the SEC Network. Vanderbilt traveling to number 15 Ole Miss.
Ooh, that's a bad one too.
I've got Ole Miss 35-3.
42-6.
Is that 2 field goals or a miss?
Yes, indeed it is. It could be a miss. Vanderbilt's more of a miss extra point kind of team.
The LSU and this is a 9:00 Eastern, ESPN2. UL Monroe going to LSU.
Oh, that's my better half's alma mater.
I've got LSU 28-10.
Yeah, I think. Did you know that ULM actually beat Nick Saban in Alabama? Just a little.
His first year.
Yep, just a little sprinkle in there for you.
They're comparing Heupel's first year to Saban's. That makes you feel warm.
No, don't go see it. He'll just leave.
It makes you feel warm.
The thing
and
is
fuzzy.
we have enough money that we can pay Heupel enough.
We can
money.
pay him.
We can pay him as much as Oklahoma.
I think we're not paying anyone else at this point, so we can pay him.
So everybody's off the books.
I think everybody's gone.
Jeremy Pruitt's in court.
Pruitt is going to end up in a hole somewhere if he continues. And it's not going to be because of us, because if they start looking at him and his recruiting techniques and then they start going looking at Alabama, it's not going to be Tennessee that puts him in a hole somewhere. It's going to be someone from Alabama.
28-7 LSU.
LSU 28-7. So we're close on that one. And last and most certainly not least, other than it's not going to be a very exciting game, the 7:30, like how I skipped over it there, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN-U, South Alabama going to Knoxville.
I think we always need to put the UT game last because that's the only one that matters in our book.
That's right. Who cares about the others?
52-3 UT.
Wow. I would love none other. I did 38-10.
No, dude. I mean, what did we score on Kentucky?
Yeah, 40-something, but we jump out.
I bet they run over 100 plays. I bet they will run over 100 plays.
That would be great. I think
maybe not because
we jump out real quick, 28 points in the first quarter. And then we just kind of start filling out other people.
Yeah, I might need to retract my statement over 100 plays because I don't think they'll be able to stop us. So we're not. I mean, if that's the case, we're going to.
It'll one play, touchdown, 2 plays. Yeah. They ran 10 plays, a touchdown on all of them.
Yeah, I might want to retract that statement. I'm sorry.
Southern Alabama, South Alabama, whatever they're called. They are third in the Sun Belt West. They are 5-5. Their wins against USM.
Ohio, over under paying $500,000 to come play us.
They've lost against anyone that matters.
I mean, I can respect these teams that do that as like their business plan. I respect it. Play your conference games, sign 4 big guys up, and make $2 million, whatever.
Yeah. Make the money.
And then sneak up and maybe just there's always that chance you sneak up and you shock the world. You pull an Appalachian State on Michigan. 2010, whatever that is. I think it was 10. I can't remember what year.
I do remember it.
I remember I was watching it in the student center in my college.
The CFP. I was
where's the elevator music coming from?
It likes to just show up.
Does that mean it's time to go? Is that what that means?
It shows up unannounced.
That means it's time to go.
And does its thing. Well, I mean, if we look at the rundown, we've already hit.
We've covered it all.
We've covered everything. It is amazing that you spend the time, put together the graphics, and you just burn through them.
Rather have them and not need them, and need them and not have them.
We will. It's our last week in dark mode. I guess next week we get to switch back to the white.
I'm a stormtrooper kind of guy. White on white.
White. Oh, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Got up to over 4 different platforms. Got quite a few looks at one point in time. We picked this up. We're gonna have to throw out some freebies, maybe some Let's Go Brandon shirts.
Funny thing, we're gonna be talking about you, putting your name on it.
Let's see. We're just talking about me. Let's go me. They did start that in Neyland this week, and the
loud
sound. Then the sound booth decided to just crank up some music, and I was like, oh.
They need to please bring back Third Down for what?
That was probably the best Third Down hype song ever.
Yeah, they need to bring back Third Down.
They need to bring it back. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Pop that out. There we go. Thanks for tuning in today. If you're listening to the podcast, we appreciate that. If you're not following us on social media, look us up: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. I need to actually add that on here. Wherever you are, we are, and we are at
wherever you are.
Fan Talk. Wherever, we could just keep that going in an endless cycle.